What is going on, everybody? Metal Sonic Dude here. I know I didn't say MSD this time. Back with another video on Marvel Contest of Champions. Today, I bring you Infamous Iron Man Showcase. I know, I haven't done one of these videos in such a long time, but I felt it was right to do it for the Infamous Doom, that super cool looking Iron Man guy, aka Iron Man 7. You know this guy. He's pretty cool. So first we're going to start off super simple. Deadpool in 6.4, literally one cycle. Don't even need to get to a special 3. This guy drops. Just a warm-up, a showcase, if that clip at the beginning wasn't enough. But we're going to move into some actual, realistic content, realistic gameplay here. So I just wanted to show the nodes. This is 8.1.6, the tech lane before Skytalis, the power tactician lane. So obviously he's going to get a little bit of attack augmentation from the power drain and the fury, but still, nevertheless, he hits hard regardless on nodes like this, and he's really just built to take them on. So doing a lot of reparrying here, managing that power with the power drain from the parry, and then I just launch a massive special 2 that like 200,000 damage probably in totality, at least 150,000 from the power burn alone. Launch a special 1, and this guy drops. So yeah, the rotation is pretty simple, guys. For most fights, you're just going to want to get to a special 2 while the opponent has high power. Heavy cancel, chain into your special 2, but you have to make sure, this is a very vital piece of knowledge, you have to make sure that the heavy attack, the first hit, lands, because if it doesn't, you don't gain the attack increase for the remainder of the special. So that's a very important piece of information to know about Infamous Iron Man. This is a Storm Pyramid X in, I believe it's 7, I know it's Act 7, I don't remember the quest specifically, but it's unlimited power. There's a nice LinkedIn notification. Thank you, LinkedIn, appreciate it. But yeah, this is Act 7 Storm, so 400,000 health, I think, roughly, somewhere in that neighborhood. This is going to be one of the longer fights in this video, just because there's a lot of ramp up and RNG involved with, getting the aura to trigger and, surviving long enough to get to those special 2s while the aura is active and launching them off for the power burn. As you can see, when she enters her second Tempest, when she gains that, whenever she crosses a power threshold, she gains 2 prowess, so they're immediately converted into the energy vulnerability. We go for a sick special 2 Dex here. That one's really scary, because if you mess that one up, especially on a node like unlimited power, not even taking into consideration it's Storm Pyramid X, who has massive special damage. If you mess up on a node like this, you are absolutely dead. It doesn't matter how tanky you are, you're just totally dead. Go for a light intercept there. Infamous Iron Man's light, you'll see in a clip coming up relatively, I think it's towards the end of the video, but you'll see that his light attack has sick range, but the hitbox is really small. So it pushes him forward quite a bit, like a substantial amount, but the actual contact that the hit makes is very minimal, super limited. So you really have to nail the timing on the Dex, or on the intercept, in order to land it. But yeah, it has great range, so some spacing manipulation there, some fun stuff can be done with that. This is a Havoc in 8.1.4 with Crumbling Armor. This is supposed to be taken by a Cosmic Champ, where essentially you just inflict a lot of armor breaks and you gain armor buffs on yourself. But Infamous Iron Man can take this because he has that permanent armor at the start. I believe this also has the immovable or well-dressed node, where the opponent is unblockable unless you have an armor up buff. So he immediately counters it just by existing. But of course, Crumbling Armor can remove the armor, so you have to pay attention, be careful, bait specials accordingly, and play a little aggressive, be a little more rambunctious with your movement, and hope he throws those special 2s in an orderly fashion. He's okay for Havoc. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning. I believe I did, but he's fine for Havoc. Havoc takes a lot of reduced damage because of his energy resistance, and he doesn't have the best opportunity to convert his prowess into energy vulnerability. Like you saw right there, it did happen on the Special 2, but only one from the Special 2. So he's fine for Havoc. He's far and away not the best option, but he definitely works, and in a war situation, he would absolutely, handle Havoc, be perfectly fine. There would be no problems. And, of course, on cherry on top, the permanent armor allows him to heal from the plasma. So just healing up from the previous fight where I tried to use him, and I think I still have that clip, but I just didn't include it. I essentially just got destroyed by a Punisher who was not willing to throw specials, and of course, the crumbling armor made him totally unblockable, and there was nothing I could do, so I just got hit in the face a lot. But I still used him there, and he still survived, so I just wanted to show off, not only is he a fairly okay counter to Havoc, but he also, can heal from the plasma by being just a Havoc counter innately because of the armor. So that Havoc, pretty much dead at this point. Land a nice intercept at the end there, and the instant shock damage takes care of him. So that was not a quick takedown, but a fairly effective one, especially with the willpower healing from the plasmas. So this is an 8.1 Mr. Sinister boss, just shy of 810,000 health, I believe. So, this is a pretty beefy Sinister. We're going to showcase here a little bit of the utility of the SIG. So the SIG has multiple parts. The initial part grants him a regen buff when he drops below 15%, which of course scales with the SIG, and that's nice. It also special locks the opponent, so a little bit of safety there while you're healing up. But the second part, this is a flat ability. So the second you awaken him, there is no scaling of this. You just gain this ability. While the Aura of Iron is up, the opponent has a flat 100% reduced unblockable ability accuracy reduction placed on them until the aura goes away. And this applies to the Special 3 aura as well. So Sinister usually, with Vigorous Assault, as you saw at the beginning, would go unblockable when he has regen. But with Infamous Iron Man and the SIG ability, the unblockable fails. Now, of course, on nodes where, ability accuracy reduction can't be modified, or there's aspect of evolution, this ability can fail. But in a situation like this, where it's just Vigorous Assault and nothing more, you can really just bypass the node entirely. So yeah, once we got to that Special 3, there was the Special 3 rotation there for Infamous Iron Man. Completely rinsed him, super fast fight. One thing I want to note, I don't know if I showed it in the previous fight, the Sinister fight, but you can heavy cancel into the Special 3 without having to parry and still land the light attacks for the combo. You don't have to land the parry, but you have to be fast with it. So I'll probably showcase that in a separate video entirely, but I want to get back to like the meat and potatoes of what this video actually is. So this is a Bishop, Infamous Iron Man's best fight in the entire game. I mean, we're going on, 30 seconds here, and Bishop is practically dead. That was a 26k crit, or burst of damage, because he can't crit from this Bishop. Just absolutely insane. Nice recovery there from the Mist Light Intercept, and I was trying to get rid of some of the Do Not Go Gentle charges, but it literally didn't matter because he died from one hit. So, as you all saw in my previous video, or one of my previous videos with Infamous Iron Man, the Penny Parker synergy is very good for certain Alliance War situations for Penny Parker, and of course for Infamous Iron Man as well. Nice little hit there. There's a showcase of the light reach being far, but not, exactly substantial in terms of the hitbox. But one thing to note is, as I mentioned, the synergy, it goes both ways. So Penny was able to inflict shocks on Void, and Infamous Iron Man inflicts incinerates on Dr. Doom. So he's actually a fairly okay Doom counter. Definitely not the best Doom counter in the game. I want to make that perfectly clear. He's not the best Doom counter in the game, but he can work. The Dooms can counter each other. So that's a fun little thing there. he can work, and especially on this node where there's prowess being gained, if he can convert some of them into the energy vulnerability, he works pretty well for this node. This is an 8.1.4. It's supposed to be taken by science champions. There's the prowess node, and then, of course, they gain block penetration from gaining a prowess. But we're stacking up some energy vulnerabilities. We're still in that special 3 aura. Doesn't matter. He's dead. So that was a nice little showcase against, his better half, or his worse half, should I say. And finally, for this little showcase video, we have, air quotes, the most annoying Hyperion in the entire game. Now, of course, this takes a little AI cooperation, as do most things regarding a Hyperion with enhanced power. But Infamous Iron Man does handle this fight fairly okay. So, yeah, I mean, that's really all I have for this video. Just wanted to showcase a little bit of his utility, show off the damage a little bit, and I'll probably make a separate video entirely discussing the Special 3 the heavy attack into Special 3 without the use of a parry. I'll probably just remake that, somewhat rotation video I made when I got the 5-star and showcase the Special 3 into just the heavy stun instead of parrying and then triggering the aura. So, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much all I wanted to showcase here. Just a little bit of damage, a little bit of utility, and yeah, Infamous Iron Man. Really, really happy about this guy. I'm not expecting to be, a lucky player in the game in terms of crystal pulls for a very long time after getting both Infamous Iron Man and Quicksilver, but who knows. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.